Now for quality and the IDE, and starting by Delphi LSP. First, I would like to say that the 64-bit engine is now available to Pro customers on the 32-bit IDE. Plus, we have addressed some compiler-related issues that were causing memory leaks and then crashing LSP server, and that was taken care of. Plus, we have fixed a few issues with code completion and code navigation. Now for VA for C++ Builder, we have cleaned up our integration and we no longer show errors when opening some projects or project groups. Plus, we have fixed an issue where code completion was not being triggered for some libraries. For the IDE in general, we have done some tweaks to the Tools API, where, for example, where opening recent projects, the wait dialog would appear empty, it doesn't anymore. And we added a new feature where the caret can be colorized for better visibility and accessibility. Plus, we have fixed more than 120 issues, what was a major effort from our dev team. To finish with, I would like to say that Delphi LSP quality is not yet where we wanted it to be, especially for customers with large code bases. But on the next release, we will tackle this problem from a different angle, and we will try a new architecture to solve some of the issues that our customers with large code bases are facing. And we hope that it will bring better stability and quality overall. With that being said, now over to Marco.
Thanks, Nuno. While RAD Studio 12.3 has dozens of improvements to the core RTL library and other libraries, there are two areas we have looked into in particular. We looked into a few long-standing issues in the WSDL importer tool and the SOAP invocation in general. Also, we improved the quality of our Bluetooth and Bluetooth LE support across all the target platforms. The change includes a new event on MTU changed, which is called when the BLE transmission configuration changes and you need to adapt your code to it. It's also worth calling out the VCL quality work we have done around VCL styles, high DPI, and other general improvements to VCL controls. In particular, we've made some enhancements to the image collection design time editor. For FireMonkey, this release adds a new command line tool to generate FireMonkey styles starting from VCL styles. Rather than having to open the style in the designer and then saving it in a different format, you can invoke the same tool on the command line. Also, we upgraded the Skia for Delphi version that we integrate. We did additional improvements in tmemo, which has been subject of a lot of change over the last few releases to improve its quality and the features overall. Also, we make change to the dynamic style loading on all platforms other than Windows and on the Z Order Manager, specifically on Windows. With 12.3, we continue to deliver significant improvements to both FireMonkey and VCL, addressing customer reports and also reworking the internal implementation of some core and commonly used components for better performance and better stability overall. RAD Server also sees some small but significant improvements related with the formatting of dates and time values in JSON responses. We have unified the way they are managed so there are no discrepancies anymore. We have introduced an option to obfuscate the values for the master key and the app secret in the INI configuration files so that we use MD5 to not make them directly readable. We have also introduced the concept of instance-wide custom variable. It's a configuration variable you can put in an external file, which allows you to parameterize the scripts processed by RAD Server without having to hard code these values in the application. And finally, there's a new endpoint hide attribute. Well, the name implies what it does. It hides an endpoint, not making it available to the outside. In terms of FireDuck and database access in general, the 12.2 release adds support for migrating from IBX to FireDuck with the refined utility, which is also available for a number of other different migrations from BDE, ADO, and so forth. Of course, we're also adding specific support for the 64-bit IDE with 64-bit driver access, which is one of the key reasons to move to the new IDE. If you need to talk with database at design time, which only provides a 64-bit driver. In terms of specific databases, We now officially support MicroSQL Server 2022. We have updated the driver for MongoDB to version 8, which also allows you to connect to MongoDB Atlas. Added support for MySQL 8.4 and one specific feature of Oracle, which is database resident connection pooling. While RAD Studio 12.3 delivers the initial release of the 64-bit version of the RAD Studio IDE and a long list of smaller features we've covered in this webinar, there has been very significant focus on quality. We provided a specific fix for 350 customer reports and implemented a few feature requests, counting all type of resolutions, including duplicates, issues that no longer apply, or we consider test case errors, or decided not to fix. We have addressed over 500 customer reports, which we're going to mark as resolved in the next few days. And that's, again, affecting both the old and the new portal, and we'll mark them closed in the old and the new portal.